Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another pregnancy update. First of all, I just want to apologize for my appearance. I just really have not had the urge to get ready or put on makeup or put any effort into how I look except for my fake tan, which I just did today, and it's just now getting really dark, so I'm not gonna be this dark tomorrow, but it's a little bit, looks like I'm a little dirty right now. But if I don't film this right now, like I literally probably won't film this week. So today is Tuesday, which means that I am 13 weeks and 2 days pregnant, which I feel like I'm gonna say this in a lot of my videos, but this is going by extremely fast, and I feel like to already be over 13 weeks is like too much. I remember just counting down the weeks and the days with Ella, and this time I feel like I have absolutely no time to even think about how many weeks, how many days, how much longer I have left, and how fast the time's actually going until I sit down and make these videos and realize how far along I am. There's been a lot going on. There's been a few situations, and that's why I didn't post a pregnancy update last week. Nothing is wrong with the baby, nothing is wrong with me. I just had a situation happen and it kind of caught me off guard and really didn't make me want to film. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you caught me on my live on Instagram when I was talking about this. I think around 100 to 200 people probably heard what happened. So yeah, if you know what I'm talking about and if you caught that, then you know what I'm talking about. But I had a doctor's appointment a week ago from today, and I was planning on doing a pregnancy update after that because I would have heard the baby's heartbeat, I would have had gotten my weight done, like all that stuff, and I just wanted it to be a little bit more accurate. Like, I don't even really want to talk about the situation on my channel because I don't exactly have control over who's listening and who's watching and where this could get around to and how it can be perceived and stuff. But just know that there was a situation with my doctor, and I just felt uncomfortable to film because of what happened. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. If you know what I'm talking about, then you get it. If you don't, you probably are confused. So hopefully I can talk on that really soon and feel free to talk about it and not have to worry about who's listening, depending on what Ben and I decide going more towards the future. That is why I didn't do a pregnancy update last week, because after that day I was 12 weeks and 3 days and then 12 weeks and 4 days, and I was like, oh, this doesn't make sense anymore because I'm almost 13 weeks anyway. So we'll start with my weight. I am at 130 pounds. My scale and the scale of the doctor is a little bit different. I'm like a pound or two above what my scale says here. And I started off of what my scale said here, so I'm just going to keep going off of what that says. But I am right at 130 pounds. I'm still in the negative of when I lost weight from being sick, but as far as like gaining that weight back, I'm like 2 pounds above where I was when I was sick. When I went to the doctor, the baby's heart rate was at 150, which is pretty high. I think Ella's heart rate was pretty high too, and the 150s are upper 140s. I can't exactly remember. We are going tomorrow on Wednesday to get my first trimester ultrasound screening done, and also to get the blood test done as well. I feel like that crept up on me really fast, and like in my last video I said, oh, I still have like 2 weeks to think about this or think about what I want to do for the gender reveal and all that stuff, and now it's tomorrow and I'm still at that state of mind where we haven't planned anything for gender reveal, anything for announcement. The only thing that we've pretty much 100% decided on is that Ben and I are going to figure out by ourselves, and then we're going to have a gender reveal party to announce it to all of our friends and family. That's the only thing that we're pretty rock solid on. Everything else is kind of up in the air. We have no party decorations. We have no clue how we want to reveal, as far as if we want to do like balloons or cake or confetti or smoke bombs, like all that stuff. We haven't figured that out. So that was kind of like at the top of our priority list right now, because Ben said in the car on Sunday, he's like, do we have any plans for the gender reveal? And I was like, no. And he's like, we cannot go all out for Ella and not go all out for this baby. He was like deeply concerned already that we were like favoriting Ella over this baby because we kind of went all out, and I knew what I wanted and I knew how I wanted to look and I knew what I wanted to do. And it's not that, it's just that I really have no clue what I want to do. Honest to God, I really don't. It takes about like 3 days to a week for the results to come in anyway, so we still have a little bit longer. I'm sure this weekend that's what we're going to be doing, is trying to get down the gender reveal. And we'll also probably be filming either later this week or this weekend a like old wives tales girl or boy gender predictor. I really want to do that. I'm pretty sure I have a picture of what Ella's was, but hers came out to be a girl in the end, but there were still some boy answers, but it ended up like outweighing and girl won. This time around I feel like it's gonna have the same outcome because I have had multiple symptoms of it's a girl, and one of them being, which I really didn't have this with Ella, but like acne. And when I'm saying acne, like I have had the clearest skin my entire life. I have never had any problems with acne on my face. I wouldn't get acne on my back, but I would get like an occasional pimple or two on my back, and that was really frustrating. Like I hated that. And now it's like if I take my makeup off, like I have acne on my face, and you can see like a little bit of spots right here on my chest. I have acne on my chest. I have a few spots on my back. They're not like gigantic pimples, they're like little like red bumps everywhere. The ones on my face, like, oh my god, they're so bad. They're like actual deep pimples. And girl, I do not remember having this with Ella. I really don't, and I really don't like that. Like it is just not going well for me. So to talk a little bit more about my symptoms right now, I am pretty much completely over morning sickness, and I have been for about a week. There are some times where I will stop and I feel like I'm going to immediately throw up right then and there, and that's a different feeling than it was towards the beginning where I was just completely nauseous all the time. Like that is the worst feeling, to feel nauseous all the time. I don't feel that anymore. Like I can get out of bed and be completely fine, but then just like one random time throughout the morning I'll just like have to stop walking and like take a deep breath because I may throw up right then and there. And my biggest trigger has just been sticking my finger in Ella's mouth to get something out of her mouth. The only times that I've had to do that, I've thrown up, which has been 3 or 4 times now out of the 13 weeks that I've been pregnant. I've had to get up and get something out of her mouth. And most of the time, Ben, if you're watching, no shade, no tea, Ben usually stays up a little bit later, or he'll like play video games and I'll be in here on my phone. Like he'll just like do his own thing out there for a little bit, and usually he'll snack on like his chocolate that he likes or his like chips and salsa and stuff. And sometimes he'll leave his wrappers out on the couch, and so in the morning I don't always watch Ella like a hawk because I can go and make her a bottle and come back and she's usually fine. But sometimes she'll have a wrapper in her mouth or something in her mouth that she shouldn't, and I'll have to put my finger in her mouth, and 10 times out of 10 so far, we've had a perfect streak, I've thrown up. And it's first thing in the morning, nothing comes up, it's not like an icky throw up, it's just like an annoying, like, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I would just rather not, you know? But other than that, I really have not felt nauseous in about 2 weeks or so, or maybe even 3 weeks. I really haven't been feeling nauseous. Thank God. I did feel nauseous with Ella for quite a while. I don't know when I actually stopped feeling nauseous with Ella. I just remember every time I brushed my teeth, I threw up and then had to brush my teeth again. And that was just super annoying. And I feel like that's kind of like this time around, like it's just kind of inconvenient to just throw up, and it's not fun. But it doesn't have anything to do with me brushing my teeth. Sometimes I'll have to wait a while to brush my teeth. Throughout the day, I'm like waiting an hour or two, and then I'll go and brush my teeth. So this time around, I am a stay-at-home mom. I don't necessarily have to brush my teeth first thing in the morning to go to work, or have to brush my teeth to go to school. So I feel like if I still was in that situation, I probably would be throwing up more than I am right now, if that makes sense. My symptoms have kind of moved from being nauseous to being exhausted. Like right now, I could really take a nap. I'm really not one to nap. I don't really like napping because I feel like I always feel worse when I wake up. So I just don't. I also hate napping and waking up and it be dark outside. Hate that. I hate that feeling. You just feel so groggy and you want to just go back to sleep, because what's the point if you're gonna go to sleep in like an hour? I'm usually not one to nap, but right now I have been napping more than normal, which is maybe like once a week or something, which is still a lot for me. I almost took a nap instead of filming this video, but I was like, hey, get your ass up and film this freaking video, because if you don't, you're not gonna do it. So you're welcome. But there was this one day where I tried to get Ella to go to sleep. She wasn't sleeping. Ella's teething right now, so that's also not helping because she's not sleeping very well. But I was trying to get her to go to sleep, and I decided to let her sleep in our bed because she was just screaming. And I laid down, and whenever I try to get her to go to sleep, I pretend to sleep and she'll go to sleep, because if she sees me sleeping, then she kind of relaxes and goes to sleep. But if I'm like up on my computer or up on my phone, she's not gonna go to sleep. And I ended up falling asleep with her. And so that normally doesn't happen. I'm usually very aware and like making sure she's asleep before I even move or I sleep or I get on my phone or anything. Ben had come home, he opened up the door, and we both kind of woke up, and then she was up for good, and Ben took her out of the room and I just fell back asleep. So I knew at that point, oh, I fell asleep while I was supposed to be waiting for Ella to fall asleep. I don't know if this is related to pregnancy at all, but I've been getting headaches more than normal. I've never gotten headaches in my life. I got a headache one time about a month ago, I want to say, and it made me throw up because it hurt so bad. I kind of have a head cold, and I've had it for about a week now. Ella has a head cold as well, and she's had it for over a week now. And at first I thought it was due to her teething, but then she spread it onto me, and I realized that maybe it wouldn't be contagious if it was just like her teething. Maybe she has something. So I think we both kind of have a head cold, and I've been getting a lot more headaches than normal. Could be pregnancy, could be related to this head cold and pressure in my head, but it's also taken me a really long time to fight this off, and I think it's because I am pregnant. So I'm very congested and it's not great. I hate it. You always take for granted breathing out of your nose until you can't breathe out of your nose, and then you're like, I wish I could breathe out of my nose. I don't think that by the next pregnancy update we will know the gender. I don't think, because we get the test on tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and then Sunday's my week's turnover. So depending on when I do my next pregnancy update, I either will or will not know, just depending on how fast the results come in. So that's a little bit crazy that either, like, I'll possibly know the gender next week, but I'm gonna know before you guys know. And hopefully I can get out a couple hints in some of my videos to see if you guys catch on to them. If it's a girl or a boy, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. Haven't even thought about it, but maybe I should do that. I did have a feeling one time whether I felt like it was a girl or a boy. And it's only happened one time where I was like, oh, I think it's this, or I think I know it's this. And that was actually a girl. I was like laying in bed and I kept thinking, like, I don't know if it's that I've only carried a girl. I'm just like, I can't imagine having a boy. Like, I can't imagine a boy being inside me. I just feel like there's a girl. And I told Ben that. He's like, I kind of feel that way too. But I also, I felt like it was a girl, but I also see myself reading on the email, it's a boy. I just think that that's gonna happen. I think it's just gonna say it's a boy. I don't know why. I can just see us opening the email and just be, it's a boy. So I really have no clue, but we'll see in a few days. Sometimes I don't know what to update on in these updates because I'm like, I don't even know what to say or like what I'm supposed to update. So I guess we'll just go into a belly shot. I feel like I've been talking for a really long time. We'll just go ahead and go into the belly shot of my 13-week and 2-day belly. So this is my belly with a shirt on. I did eat a pretty big lunch and I've been snacking all day, so I'm pretty full right now. That is with my shirt on, and then with my shirt up. I feel like I'm starting to get like this little line right here. My belly's just gonna come out from there. So that is going to be it for my pregnancy update. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I really hope you're looking forward to all of these gender videos coming out. There's going to be a lot of them. We have our predictions video, We have our video announcement, mine and Ben's reaction, and then we have the whole gender reveal party where we'll see my friends and family's reaction to the gender. So we have a lot coming up within the next week, and we need to start planning right now, or we needed to start planning yesterday. So we'll get on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, follow my Instagram for more mini baby updates, subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.